Yeah, I'm going to go through this thing right here. And I actually renamed it. I think it says 3-7-workbook is what I'm calling it, even though it says chapter 3, lesson 6. So making sure we're on the same page for doing this, right? Let's start with this guy, okay? And now I'm going to check it. Instead of checking my work, I'm just going to graph my inequality, all right? So for the first one, I'm going to subtract 3 from this side, minus 3 from this side. This goes away. You get 4x is greater than 12. Divide by 4. Divide by 4. I have x is greater than 3. So if this is my number line right here, I'm going to put a 3. 0 will be on this end, okay? And I say x is greater than 3, and because it's not greater than or equal to, I got to leave an empty circle, and I'm just going to draw my line this way. Yay. Okay, well, I can go all the way to the end to make it look better. There we go. Let's try this guy. 3a minus 2, right, is less than 19. So I'm going to add 2 to this side, add 2 to this side. We get 3a is less than 21. Divide by 3, divide by 3. You end up with a is less than 7. So I'm putting 7 on my number line. I put 0 on this side, right? And if you want, you can put 14 up here. If you want to double the number, that's cool, right? I'm just doing this. You say a is less than this. I'm going to put a 0 because it's not less than or equal to. And I'll draw my line all the way down. Yay. And that's how that one would look. All right, now we got some cool stuff here, right? I'm going to add 3 to this side and add 3 to this side. Got to get that variable by itself. It's always the same rule. This goes away. This becomes 5 is greater than or equal to m over 4. Our bright trick, just bring it up and multiply it. So your answer is going to be 20 is greater than or equal to m, right? So I'm going to put 20 here, right? And since 20 is there, it's greater than. I could put 40 up here if I want. I could put down here 0. So remember, it's pointing, the m is the arrow. Where does it go? It's less than 20. So I take 20. If it's less than or equal to, I can color in the dot now. And then, of course, make this bold all the way down here and give myself a nice arrow. Cool. All right, let's try this guy. It says 4, and they have 9 n over 9 plus 4 is less than or equal to 12. So I'm going to put a minus 4, minus 4. You're going to have n over 9 is less than or equal to 8. This can come up. So we end up with n is less than or equal to 72. Keep messing up n for 9. Nah, that's funny. So then basically I'm going to put 72 on my chart. 72. I could put 100 over here. I ain't got to double if I want. I could put 0 down here. And which direction am I going? It's less than 72. So I can put a circle. Less than or equal to, I could fill it in, right? And then I'm going to take this and obviously make my line goes this way and give myself an arrowhead. Here we go. 10p plus 13 is greater than 103. Let's get the variable by itself. Minus 13. Minus 13. That goes away. I get 10p is greater than 90. Good. Divide by 10. Divide by 10. P is greater than 9. So I put 9 on my chart. My 0 would go here. And I could put 18 up here just for fun. I just doubled it. And I'm going to put an empty circle because it's just greater, not greater or equal to. And then I can make my arrow, right? It's going to be bigger than that because P is greater than the 9. Okay? And let's look at this guy. 5w minus 12 is greater than 28. And add 12 here. Add 12 here. And up with 5w is greater than 50. Divide by 5. Divide by 5. Get rid of that. So this is going to be w is greater than 10. Nice, right? Wait a minute. I messed up. Stop. That's 40. not 50. I overcalculated. Let's go back. Like, look at that. That's not right. This would be plus 12 here. Plus 12. This goes away. This is 40. 40. It's greater than 5W. Makes more sense. 5. 5. This goes away. Yeah, it's it. W is greater than 8. Oops, almost made a mistake. Check your work, friends. Check your work. Make this 16. And it says it's greater than, but it's not filled in. So I got to go like this. I'll make my arrow go that way. Nice. Cool. All right. That all looks good, right? Let's try the next one. Okay. And slide down. Okay. I got to clear it. Boom. And boop. Let's move this. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's get the next group on there. Let's try 7, right? This says you got to pause these along the way. Instead of trying to watch me do it, you could try it yourself and check and see if you did run. Get the variable by itself. You got a -3 from this side, -3 from this side, right? So you get C over 3 is less than or equal to 12 minus 3 is 9. Take this up, multiply it up. What do you get? C is less than or equal to 27. 3 times 9, right? Looks a little weird the way I'm doing this, but that's what it is. 27, I can put 50 up here, put 0 on this side, draw an arrow, C is less than that, so I'm going to put an empty circle, and I'm going to make my line go this way, right? Cool. Let's take a look at this one. These are nice. Let's add 4 to this side, add 4 to this y, because I'm getting rid of this. I have to have him by himself, so that goes away. So I have Z over 6 is less than 14, right? So now I'm going to take the 6, roll that up to here, multiply it. My answer is going to be Z is less than 84. Works for me. I put 84 here. I can put 100 up here, put 0 down here, draw my line, Well, it's just an open circle, so the rest of it will work, right? Boom. Let's take a look at this guy. This is interesting. Once again, get rid of the variable from this side. So I got a -12 here, -12 here. So we have 5. So less than K over 2. 2's got to come up to here. So we have 10 is less than K. Okay. Since 10 is less than K, I put 10 here. I put 0 here. And put 20 here. Read it. 10 is less than K. So K must be bigger than 10. 10 is less than it. Put this, draw your arrow. Go that way. It should make sense, right? Let's try number 10. Okay. We have, once again, let's subtract what that y by itself. So -17 here, -17 here, right? This goes away. 11 minus 7 is 4. 14 is less than 2y. Divide by 2, divide by 2. We have 7 is less than y. I screwed this up. That's just supposed to be a 4, not 14. Let's go back. I'm looking at it. I don't think that's right. Let's clean that up. Mistakes happen. Just go back and check them, right? That's what you're doing this for. -17, -17. That goes away. That's going to be a 4. It's less than 2y. Nah, makes easier sense here. -2 minus 2, 2. So it's the y. Good. 2, right? 0, 4. Empty circle. We're heading this way, right? Boom. Well played, right? Let's take a look at 11, right? Complex, but not hard. We add 3 to this side, add 3 to this side. So you end up with what? 60 square equal to 12s, right? You can divide by 12. You divide by 12. It's going to be 5 is greater than or equal to S. Okay, that's nice, right? But is it negative? Yes, because it was negative over here. So you got to make sure you don't lose that negative. So over here, and this is where it gets important. When it becomes negative, see how I've been putting the 0 over here on the side? I got to flip that 0 to this side of the equation, right? Or the line, I'm sorry, not the equation. So that way I can see what's going on. So I got to put this minus 10 over here. It's minus 5, and S is less than it. So I'm going to take this and color it in. Okay, this is really hard to understand. S is less than it, so it's actually going to negative 10. Okay, so pay close to the sign and make sure you're putting the arrow in the right direction. This is where mistakes happen, actually, right? Let's take a look at this guy. Minus 10 is less than 4G plus 26. Well, I'm going to subtract 26. Minus 26. And look at the number. It's going to be minus 36 less than 4G. Divide by 4. Divide by 4. Okay? What's going to happen? Minus 9 is less than G. Okay? I know that those both look like G's. They're not. That's a 9. So once again, you're going to put your number minus 9. You have to put the 0 on this side if you're doing negatives. I can make this minus 18. I usually just double the number so I can see what I'm doing. Okay? And I'm going to put an empty circle because there's no less than or greater than, right? And G is greater than this. G is greater than minus 9, so the arrow must go towards 0. Because after that goes 1, 2, 3, and all that stuff all the way up to infinity, but we're going that way. Okay. And what's funny, we haven't gotten to a flippy one yet, but we will. They're going to come up right now. Is that? Once you get to the negative in front of the number or in front of a fraction, we got to start flipping this. This is where it gets good. So starting at 13, we're going to flip the sign. Just letting you see this before it starts to happen. Okay. So 13, first thing you do is add 3 to the side, add 3 to this side. You get minus 4t is greater than 8, right? Divide by minus 4, divide by minus 4. Then you have t. You have to flip that sign. You don't, the world blows up. Maybe not, but you get t is less than minus 2. Remember, that's a big thing about inequalities. So I'm going to put a minus 2 here. I got to put my 0 here. I got to put my minus 4 down here because I doubled it. T is less than minus 2. So I put an empty circle. And I'm going to go this way with graphing it. And it should look like this. Okay. This is probably, look at this negative in front of that W is going to be flipped. Let's go minus 3 here, minus 3 here. So you get minus 4W is less than 12. By my minus 4, minus 4, dividing it. You get W is less than minus 3. Or actually, no, yeah, W is less than minus 3. However, you have to flip that sign, right? So let's flip him. He doesn't count. Flip, flip, flip. And you put here, minus 3. Remember, your 0 goes up on this side. And of course, what comes down here is a minus 4. Or let's make it a minus 6. Makes it easier on our brain. W is greater than that. So I'm going to put a 0 or empty circle here. And I'm going to go this way. Okay. Make sure you get these things correct. Flip, 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 right? Circle that one because that's a special one, right? You can see I'm circling the special ones as I go. Look at this one. I know I'm going to flip before it even gets started. So I'm going to go minus 16. This will be minus 16, right? These go away. This becomes minus 24. So I have minus r over 2 squared or equal to minus 24. And now I'm going to traffic this negative with that 2. I'm going to take it off that r. So I'm going to go that way, right? So I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it up here, okay? So it's going to be times negative 2 because it makes it easier. I just take that away, right? But when I do that, I got to flip that side. So it's going to be r is going to be less than or equal to 48. So I'm going to put 48 on my number line. I put 0 on this end, right, because it's a positive number. I can put 96 up here. R is less than that or equal to, take a dot, I want to color it in, and I'm going to make my line go that way. And boom. Wow, would you look at that? Looks good, doesn't it? There you go, right? So hopefully this is making big sense, I hope, right? Because that'd be depressing if it didn't, okay? And let's move down, clear my sheet, okay? And come down to the last few, okay? And I think this video will stop with just the front part, okay? So we're gonna take this guy, what are we gonna do? Look at it. This will be a flip, this will be a flip, that's gonna be a flip. So I could put flip on top. F, F, F. These are all going to flip. I can put this F back up on top of this. And why? Because of the negative, the negative, the negative, the negative, the negative, the negative. You should see this automatically. You should know what you're doing. Okay? Just letting you know. This one, I'm going to -1 from here and -1 from this side. That goes away. Right? So when that happens, I get -9. That's a D, I'm sorry, over 3 is less than or equal to 8, right? I traffic that guy with me, and then I go that way. So I get D, I'm just going to flip it automatically. 24, and it's going to be a -24, right? So I'm going to put 24 here, okay? If it's -24, this 0 goes here. -48 goes on this side. I put that arrow, right? Let's get this. Color that circle. It's greater than that, so that means I got to go towards 0, which means this direction. Okay. Flipping it, +33, +33. Let's kill that. We don't care about that, right? So, that's ugly looking 33, but it's all right. So this is 48. So you have -2x, right? Is greater than or equal to, actually that's not +30, that's me -38. Sometimes I mess my thing up. -33, -33, much better. I feel much better as a person. That's gonna be -18. Oh, okay. So I gotta take this -2, -2, gotta flip the sign. So I'm going to end up with what? X is less than or equal to 9. So I'll put 9 on my number sign. 18 will go here. 0 go down here. And you're saying X will be less than or equal to 9. So darken the line and draw this thing down this direction. Put an arrow. All right. Wow. This is interesting, right? I'm going to add -2 here, -2 here. This goes away. So I got -a over 7 is less than -8, right? I'm going to steal that negative sign. It just makes it easier. You can keep it, but then you got to do by -1. You must just do it with the 7. Take it away, right? So this goes over here. So I'm going to multiply it times -7, right? I get A, got to flip the sign, greater 56. So I say 56, right? I put a 0 over here. I always put 100 because I don't really care about that end of it. I'm just doing it to illustrate where we're going. Got to put an empty circle, and we're going up like this. Nice. Okay, that's how you do the front of the sheet. Hopefully it made a lot of sense.